Hey there, Teen Institute staffers. My name is Josh Storey, and I am a former staff member. I have been asked to give some helpful tips and advice on how to do Georgia Rain. Georgia Rain is a very cool, it's actually a de-energizer. It's not meant to be very loud. It's not meant to be very uppity, but it's meant to be real cool and mellow. That's the point of it, is to kind of calm people down before a big presentation. Okay? So the basics of Georgia Rain is this. We are trying to simulate a rainstorm. The way we do it is by having everyone do a certain set of motions, and it builds up and then it goes back down. Okay? Alright. Well, let's go over the set of motions. The first one is you get everyone their hands together and they rub. Okay? Just rubbing their hands like this. Okay. The next set is snapping. Everybody's snapping their fingers. Okay. Snapping their fingers. The next one is patting your legs. Patting your legs. And the next one is stomping, which I can't really get a good stomp in here, but it's stomping. Okay. And it's done in that order. So the first thing you do is rubbing your hands, then snapping, then you stomp. Okay? And I said you build up. So you go up, snap there and stomp, and then you go down. So then you have your people stomping, then they go to add there, and then they work down, and then you end. Okay? Now, the way that we do this is by having the leader, and the leader explains everything. Then they have helpers, and the helpers walk up and down the aisle, and the way that the people know what to do is that when the helper passes their row doing a certain signal, that's their cue to change to that signal. Okay? So if I'm walking by you and I'm snapping my fingers, okay, what you should do is start snapping your fingers. If I'm walking by you and I'm rubbing my hands, that's what you should do, is rub your hands. Okay? So you've got to have enough helpers to come up and go back down, depending on whether you have one aisle or two aisles. Alright. That way everybody can see. Alright. There are ways to 212 this. There are ways to make this so much better than just any other old de-energizer. There's ways to make this perfect. Ways to do that is, the first thing you need to do is you need to create a backstory, a backdrop, something. Okay? Say I've used before, we looked on the radar and the skies were clear, but there was a chance of rain. Okay? And then build up from there. Or we looked at the forecast before Teen Institute, and I know it's sunny outside, but there actually was supposed to be a chance of rain. Things like that. Or you can make it based around the GTI theme. I think last year ours was villains, so we made it about, or superheroes, I'm sorry, not villains, and we made ours about Storm from X-Men. That was a really cool one. The other thing that you can do, if it hasn't already been explained, do the standing O. Okay, a standing O is a silent show of appreciation. That's the word I'm looking for. Silent show of appreciation. A silent way of saying we did a good job. And the way to do this is by simply standing up, making an O with your hands. Let me get down here where you can see me. Making an O with your hands. Okay? Make an O with your hands. By closing your mouth. It's silent. Alright, and that's an excellent way of getting them quiet before the presenter or whatever the activity you're about to do. Alright. So, let's review. The first thing is make sure you have your motions down. They are, when you're building up and coming back down, they are rubbing your hands, snapping your fingers, slapping your legs, stomping your feet. Then going back down, you slap your legs, snap your fingers, rub your hands, and then the last person to come down the aisle should do this or something to make sure to stop. And that's when you do the standing O. Okay? Alright. Remember to 212 it. Remember to come up with a backstory. So it's great to think about things that you've been assigned. They go ahead and assign you energizers so that you can go ahead and be thinking about them. A great backstory can help make an energizer. Okay? A great some other way of 212ing. Also, the standing O is a great way to end it because you're de-energizing. You're not energizing. You're not building up. This isn't Banana Republic. This isn't Let Me See Your. This is not high energy. This is not loud. Even though it will get loud with everybody stomping. Okay? But this is, calm down, mellow, cool out. Everybody doing good. Okay? Great. Remember your emotions. Remember to 212 it. Remember to have a backstory, something cool. Try to make it theme appropriate. Like I said last year with the examples of storm causing the rain, and remember the standing O, and you will do fabulously. All right. Thank you, and have a good rest of your week.